Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Yeah, the war with France is it's going on. Yeah, no battle with these task forces. Maybe next turn? One can hope. And maybe and that's the battlecruiser that ran away with the light cruiser. Yeah, maybe this task force will see some combat. Or failing that, our battlecruisers might actually do some convoy raiding along the coast of Africa. Or failing that, maybe the French would like to come here and interrupt my naval invasions. So there are possibilities for battles. We just have to see if it actually happens. Let's go to October. It is October and we have a meeting. Let's see, tension. Yeah, things are tensioning up between a lot of nations. Italy is admiring me. They're offering me an alliance with without even asking me for money. Do I take this? Yeah, no, we do need to need time to think. Dissatisfied pacifists. +2 unrest, -2 naval prestige. I've got 2000 naval prestige. I can lose 2. Unrest is gonna go away as soon as I sink some ships. Yeah, let's go with that one. Strike on Cayenne. And here we go. That's a battle. Once again, the South Carolina and Kansas are fighting a couple of French battleships. Patrie class, 15.5-inch guns. These are the ones with no deck armor, I think. Anjou class heavy cruiser. Cirque class light cruiser. And one duplex. This is a human design, as is the Anjou class. These are probably not human designs. Let's fight it out. Let's see, how much ammo do I have? I expended some last episode. This same task force was in battle, but they should have some left. Yeah. Lots of light cruisers. And EDs and torpedo boats. Well, that should be a snack. Yeah, plenty of ammo for the battleships, which is what is important. Torpedo boats will go home. They are just here as escorts. St. Louis took some damage last battle. It ate a couple of torpedoes. But the flooding damage gets fixed between battles, so that's nice. And you're also just gonna follow for now. You would think cloudy and overcast is basically the same in terms of in-game effects, But cloudy looks so much better. This is a little tangent, a little rant, if you will, because you can actually see the ocean, and you can see that yes, the weather is not clear. There are clouds, but it actually looks good. Whereas if the weather says overcast, you get this haze covering the entire battle, and you can't even see the water, and it looks ugly. So personally, I think the overcast weather effect should just be removed from the game. And if I was into making my own mod, I would look into doing exactly that. There we go. Already scoring 15-inch hit on the main tower of some of these ships. They are on low fuel. Of course they are. Battleships are going into cruising speed. Cruising speed is 17.4 knots. Thanks to their turbo electric drives. Big hits are being scored. Light cruisers have ammo, heavy cruisers have ammo. My destroyers have torpedoes. They're closing in on torpedo range. Okay, let's select some targets. Aggressive launch. So they will hopefully get their torpedoes underway. As soon as they are in range, I'm gonna split them up already. Lots of incoming torpedoes. Yeah, I think the 2202 might go down. It got its torpedoes underway, but it waited far too long to launch. Just didn't have a good launch angle. We scored 2 torpedo hits on something. Yeah, I lost DD. It's unfortunate, but it's okay. Still not quite gotten used to not having smoke screens on my DDs in Naval Arms Race. We sank another DD, and we have scored a total of 4 torpedo hits for 6.2 thousand damage. This one scored 1. The 2202 must have scored 3. My heavy cruisers are starting to devour the enemy DDs. Yeah, Belarus has its main tower completely demolished. Gonna bring the cruisers in closer. Get some big damage done. What torpedo range do you have? 6.3. 6.3. 12.6. Sink this one first. Verite is not looking too hot at the moment. There we go. One with the long-range torpedoes went down. Oh my god, your target priority is pretty terrible here. What kind of armor do these have? Not that much. Not that much. Verite is starting to lob some of those very slow 15.5-inch shells towards my cruisers. Toad is probably gonna surrender quite soon. If it doesn't sink by other means. Toad has surrendered. Naval CA is also probably gonna surrender. She surrendered. My battleships. Let's get in a bit closer. Firing at 25 kilometers. Might not be a terrible idea to engage them at that kind of range. Yeah, main belt penetrations. No, I mean main deck. And aft deck. That's kind of their weakness. They don't have any main deck armor. My cruisers devouring their torpedo boat. Oh yeah, this one is gonna sink. What did that to you? You took some big numbers. Main deck penetration. There we go, for 12.7 thousand damage. Yeah, we're right at that range where those main deck penetrations are starting to come in. There we go, another main deck penetration, 11,000 damage. So, sometimes it is much easier to cause big damage to enemy battleships at a longer range. Namely, when you can easily go through their deck armor. The alternative is, of course, to engage them close enough that you can go through their belt armor. St. Louis falling out of line. What is even happening here now? Why are you a battle line of 3? Okay. Well, Toledo can probably kill this light cruiser. It did. And the other one too. I got a good chance of penetrating this with my 7-inch guns. It is not that heavily armored. It sank. Right. Yeah. Lost a DD. That's okay. These are my oldest remaining DDs anyway, so they probably should be retired and replaced soon. I'm building torpedo boats, but those are kind of different from DDs. Yeah, not bad. Let's see. Finland now allied with Spain. China gains control of Bismarck Archipelago. 100%. 24%. Only. Okay. Do they have enemy ships in the port? No. So what we're gonna do, as soon as this is finished, this task force is gonna go down here and help. In fact, I'm gonna send these down here right now. Okay, got a task force heading here. Okay, they can stop here on the way and fight the French. Do they have a naval invasion popping off versus Venezuela or Colombia, maybe? Perhaps. Let's see here. Shipbuilding capacity is not that pressured. I do need probably some new cruisers as well as new DDs. But I don't have that much capacity right now. But what I can do is when my Iowas are finished, well, when they are finished, they're gonna get one of those very quick refits right after commissioning to get the latest technologies that's been researched while they were under construction. But when that's done, I want to use the freed up shipbuilding capacity to build something new. Also, a bunch of ships that need to be renamed. I can do that later. Let's now go on to November and see if anything interesting happens. Alright. We have 2 meetings and a strike. Enemies lurking. Okay. You can keep lurking. And strike. Here we go. The New York and New Mexico. They didn't do much last episode when they were drawn into battle because the enemy battlecruiser just ran away and they were too slow to catch up. Well, they're still slower than these heavy cruisers and these light cruisers. All these are human designed. That could be exciting. But yeah, we'll see if it works out. If they do run, my Pennsylvanias can try to catch them. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, I should have a big advantage in firepower with 2 battleships and 2 battlecruisers. New Mexico, your max cruising speed is 17.4. You got the turbo electric. New York, what do you have? Also turbo electric. Cruising speed is lower. Probably down to funnel capacity and hull shape and something. Torpedo boats, let's go home. You too. Now these, you can just follow the battlecruisers. I'm gonna do what I did last time, have the battlecruisers not babysit the battleships, but rather go their own way. Ooh, big 14-inch hits already on something. That was New Mexico. Saratoga, not far behind, also scoring big hits on something. Currently, the enemy fleet is a big blob. Which is, of course, helpful. As it means I can just fire into the blob and probably hit something. Maybe several things. Is that a cool angle? I think it is. So I was asked if I was going to build some of the sister ships to the New Mexico and New York, like for example the USS Texas. I'm not sure. I think any battleships I build from now on are going to be fast battleships. I've made the North Carolina. I've made the Iowa. I need the South Dakotas. They are trying to run. Probably can understand that. Being pummeled by two battleships. Let's slow these down. Trying to run away again. I don't have that much range on these old battle wagons. Ah, low fuel, low fuel. Some of these are low on fuel. That's helpful. That means they might actually be able to catch up. So again, always, if you're going to be building shared design ships for the AI to use in campaign, give them lots of range. A lot more than you would reasonably expect anyone to need. Because the AI is anything but reasonable. These poor boats have probably been circumnavigating the equator a couple of times for no purpose whatsoever. Big hits. Saratoga, focus on the Fago, which is the one ship not low on fuel here. It's currently shackled to its sister ships. means it's still very slow. But if these two were to sink, this would no longer be limited by their speed. Well, now it's flooding and its engine is out, so it's not going to be fast. Are you guys catching up? You are. You are. You're closing in. New Mexico. And New York. New Mexico having a big advantage in a chase like this versus the New York, bringing a lot more barrels to bear over the bow. Saratoga, why are you focusing on a little torpedo boat? Slight cruiser work. There we go. That's what I was talking about. The shitty foggy weather effect. Now it actually says cloudy. Yeah, everything is a blue haze. Unless I zoom in very close. Yeah, 13-inch guns on the battle cruisers really starting to have an effect. Battleships can catch up and score some huge 14-inch hits. One heavy cruiser down. The 14-inch guns are scoring hits now too. But they are far behind the 13s from the battle cruisers in terms of damage. And that's for two reasons. One being that these are Mark IV, the 14s on the battleship are Mark III. And the other one being just positioning, purely down to these battle cruisers being fast enough to not have to fire at a very long range. Okay, you can actually turn broadside on now, down to cruising speed. Bring all your guns to bear on the two remaining battle cruisers. Maybe this will actually be a... it's almost too much gunsmoke and stuff. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, this is fine. And this should be the end very, very soon. That's a lot of hurt going down range. New Mexico has ceased fire for some reason. Okay. Yeah, easy. New Mexico, 101. New York, 32. Saratoga and Arkansas, 143, 133. And some numbers from the light cruisers. Yeah, regular. Well, these two are veterans, so that does help them in terms of rate of fire and accuracy and stuff. Yeah, that was quite overwhelming, I think. Ooh, another one. Battlecruiser Fortune class. These are the super fast ones. 35.3 knots. Armed with 10 15-inch guns. So imagine a New York class, except with bigger guns and almost twice as fast. So yeah. They're only Mark II though, I think. Opinatria class heavy cruiser. What's this now? That's probably an AI design. I have no idea if it's any good. Oh, these are the brand new Baltimore class heavy cruisers. I didn't even notice these were in service yet. Accompanied by a couple of Memphises, DD-25 class, and we got the two Colorados, West Virginia and Colorado. All right. Yeah. Funky looking design. Last time they just ran away. So I don't really know if it's a very good combat effective ship or not. Hopefully we're gonna find out. What's the deal with my cruisers? DD-25 class. These are quite decent. They've got some okay torpedo range. Which means they don't really have to close into suicidal ranges to launch. There we go. See if we can score some of those big 16-inch hits on the battlecruisers. Coming in quite hot and heavy. Just gonna follow the battleships, I think. Let's see if these can find a good launch angle. Torpedoes away from 2508, almost straight ahead. Because that's how much they have to lead. Yeah, we're targeting one each. I want you firing AP though. .507 hasn't launched yet. But you gotta wait. Yeah, now I actually need the cruisers to go it alone. Because these two are running away. Fortune has taken flooding damage though. Yeah, from a 16-inch hit. So that's gonna slow her down a little bit. Not gonna let you run. Let's see, 2508. You are basically operational. The 2508 got spotted in return. There we go, that should be safe. Around 10 kilometers. One light cruiser exploded. It is now night. That's why the spotting ranges have gone down. Sink this torpedo boat and then focus on something else. Yeah, there we go. Like the Saigon. Yeah, New Baltimore class being pretty good at killing these. Let's take a look at this new class, Foch. Put a main gun turret there. Okay. Not much armor. Scout plane. Stereoscopic 5. Mark 4 9.6 inch guns. I mean... Nose fuse HE and standard AP. As well as 8.4 kilometer torps. Battleships focusing, not the enemy battlecruisers that I wanted them to focus. What is this? So Nashville and St. Louis are the Memphis class. Rochester and Miami the Baltimore class, the newest one. Memphis class isn't bad though. Recently new. Okay, 2508 has reloaded her torpedoes. Yeah, the enemy ships are out of range now of my battleships. But maybe that can be changed. These battlecruisers like running away. You have launched. Okay. Guys. Pull the cruisers first. Then close in on the battlecruisers. Are these torps gonna hit anything? Nah. Oh, these battlecruisers are just too fast. But if nothing else, I will at least kill their escorts. .31 knots, 31.5. Memphis is focused on the light cruiser. This one has no torpedoes left. 2507 is basically in decent shape. Just took took some structure damage, but mostly flooding. And as long as it survived, that's not a big problem, because flooding damage does not persist between battles. Another case of French battlecruisers outrunning my battleships, highlighting the need to get those fast battleships into service. They are expensive ships. 559 million. My Colorados are 481. Let's just eat this light cruiser on the way past. .32-kilometer range. So because the battlecruisers keep changing course, my battleships are actually kind of gaining on them. Let's just watch if she launches any torpedoes. Nope. She sank. Okay. Now, attention on the battlecruisers. I want to sink these. The 16s are opening up. Cruising speed, broadside. This could be risky for my cruisers. Luckily, these are only Mark II guns. And their gunnery is not the greatest. All guns firing. And again, big flooding hits is what I need. Potentially even some flash fires. What kind of turret armor do you have? Not that great. Some main gun hits could make things very funny. Are firing AP, right? Yes. Chance to pen is not the greatest. Chance to hit is also not the greatest, again down to their very high speed. Yeah, minus 51 for target fast speed. Why I want some of that flooding hits. That's why I tried to get them with torpedoes also. Slow them down. So my battleships could actually get to work. .17 kilometers. They're not that far out. like their thickest belt armor is not that thick, but they got decent thicknesses all around. Down to 31 knots, which is still much faster than my my own battleships. They're still in range. Things can still change. I was trying to kind of funnel them towards my big guns, but they turned away. Luckily, they only have one turret each, facing aft. Running out of ammo on the cruisers. They keep firing, but they're not really hitting that much. Again, down to the target fast speed modifier. Ooh, 15-inch. Just hit. Is that Nashville? Yeah. .5, so they are slowing down. And they're out of range of my battleships. My heavy cruisers are running out of ammo. Don't think we're gonna bring these to battle this time either. Sadly enough. Yeah, my cruisers weren't really closing in on them either, because yeah, they were taking some damage too in return. If I did get close enough, I'm pretty sure these 10-inch guns would oh yeah, at a good angle and less than 10,000 meters, these can pen the main belts of these battlecruisers. Are you coming towards me now? You are. Well, maybe it's not over. Maybe there's a chance. maybe there's a chance we can get these. But it basically depends on what the AI chooses to do. Because they're the ones with the speed advantage. I was ready to hit end battle, but then they suddenly came back towards me. They did that last time too. It's more likely down to the AI being a little bit dumb than the AI thinking it's doing something smart. Blocked. Maybe go to auto. Still haven't made them explode. TNT 3, Cordite 3. Should be kind of explosion hazardy. Not like super explosive, but these are pretty much completely out. It's basically just my battleships left having any ammo. Yeah, I want to force you on back on AP. This is probably the last chance of getting those big flooding hits. Range 22 kilometers. Yeah, I can pen. 16.1 inches of penetration. Maximum though. It's the flat angle, like they are giving me now. 20 kilometers even. Still blocking me. There we go, flooding. That's gonna slow them down. 29 knots. Target's fast speed is down to 42%. Down from 50. Which means I'm gonna get more accurate. I'm gonna hit them more. They're gonna take more flooding, hopefully. There we go. Slow down more. And I'm gonna hit them even more. And from there on, target's fast speed 30%. That's when we start actually sinking them. They're still faster than my battleships though, so if they are turning away straight away, they could escape. Now, both focus on this one. This one is now super damaged, flooding, engine damage. It's gonna keep this one back because they're both in a squadron. It is now slower than my battleships. If I were to sink this now, this guy will just speed up and run away. Fix the engine, actually. He might still run away. Okay, Colorado back to Fortune. West Virginia, keep focusing this one. My cruisers out of ammo, out of ammo, out of ammo, out of ammo. You got their secondaries, but I'm not that desperate. Although 5-inch secondaries with autoloaders. Oh, very nice, very nice. Can actually do some hurt. More flooding on Margaritaville. What? You're not gonna hide from me, okay? Cruisers, come back. You're spotting now. Now you can stick with auto. They've both taken some flooding, so actually now's the time where you target one each. And delay the last order, we're going back to AP. Because they're both kind of close to sinking. Low fuel even. Is the Fortune gonna run low too? Because they've been maneuvering around. Is that the end of the Fortune? Seems all the lower decks are flooding. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now. Under control at the last second. As is often the case with the AI. Amazing damage control. Still no big explosions. Still no turrets being sent flying through the air. And the 5-inch guns are opening up. There you go. Another flooding on Fortune. That should be the end. That was the end. being the last one remaining. If these battle cruisers had Mark III 15-inch guns and radar, they would actually be very, very dangerous. Because they are hard to sink. Just don't really have the firepower. There we go. That was the last of them. That took some pounding. Yeah. First 2 battlecruiser kills. Not bad. It took a while, but got it done. Yes. But I think that's the end of this episode. We got some battles. The last one dragged on a little bit long. Georgia cancelled alliance with France. Taken Honduras. Yep. This invasion is now at 29%. We're gonna put some more ships into it. This group. And this group. That's a battleship, 2 heavy cruisers. That's a battle cruiser and a light cruiser. Still not really seeing these guys doing much. I was hoping for convoy battles. Also, this group, we are intercepting. Right here. Yes. And that should lead to a battle. Hopefully. That's a single torpedo boat. Don't really care about that. This group back to Manila. Until I need you for something. In a couple of turns, I can try to invade some of the French holdings here in Indochina, like Thailand, Cambodia, Cochin China, Annam, Tonkin, Guangzhou Wan, or Fort Bayard. Or is that part of? Yeah, that's part of Guangzhou Wan. Yeah. Let's see. 1 month left for the Iowas, or at least for the construction. Then they've got to be commissioned and refit a little bit. Goodbye and take care.